Welcome. Your home for Hornets softball all season long is 104.3 and 960 Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza, Les Schwab Tires, Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club, and by Klamath Falls Honda Subaru.
And a very pleasant good afternoon, softball fans, and welcome to another edition of Henley Hornets softball on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybasin.com. My name is Josh Eldridge. So glad to be with you for our presentation of the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 4A softball quarterfinals at Henley High School between the Lady Hornets and the Crook County Cowgirls. The Cowgirls coming to us from the Tri-Valley Conference. Of course, the Hornets, winners of the Skyline Conference, find themselves here after a couple of opening round playoff victories, both pretty convincing victories as well. We'll take a look at the seasons that each of these two teams have had so far that land them right here at Henley High School, a chance at the semifinals on the line. We'll be back with more OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 4A softball quarterfinal action on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
In between innings is a perfect time during the Oregon Tech Women's World Series to check out Shelly B's Boutique. Hi, this is Shelby from Shelly B's Boutique. Like us on Facebook or check us out at 129th South 9th Street, next to Blue Dot Kids. Shelly B's Boutique is rooting for our Lady Owls and Coach Greg Stewart. New inventory is coming in by the day, and you can't go wrong with our adorable pair of can-can shorts. At Shelly B's Boutique, be unique, be beautiful, be you. Go Lady Owls from Shelly B's Boutique.
Are you paying for your checking account, or is your checking account paying you? Those monthly fees and minimum balance fees don't seem like much, but they can really add up over time. At Pacific Crest, our rewards checking accounts have no minimum balance and no monthly fee. As a matter of fact, we pay you. Rewards checking accounts at Pacific Crest can earn 5% APY. To earn the 5%, you just have to use your debit card for purchases 15 times in a month, sign up for e-statements, stay current on any loans with us, and have a $5 savings account. That's it. It's just great checking that automatically puts dividends in your account every month you earn. You can open your account at mypcfcu.org or stop by any of our branches. No appointment is ever necessary. So if you're tired of paying for checking, visit Pacific Crest, where checking pays you.
The 5% annual percentage yield applies to the first $10,000 of the balance and 5.00 to 1.68% APY for balances greater than $10,000. Restrictions may apply. Membership is required and subject to approval. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is U.S. Labor Secretary Marty Walsh. If you have long-term symptoms of COVID-19, you may be entitled to work accommodations to help you stay on the job or return to work when you're ready. Learn more from our job accommodation network at askjan.org.
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Glad to be back with you on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybasin.com. Just a few minutes away from first pitch at the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 4A softball quarterfinals. It looks like we are about ready for our national anthem. All right, we look just about ready for softball this afternoon. The Henley Lady Hornets finishing the season as Skyline Conference League champions, coming into today's matchup with a 20-3 overall record, the number 1 seed in the state. Crook County earned the 9 seed after a 17-10 overall season. Ended up upsetting St. Helens in the opening round 10-4, pretty convincingly. And that was back on Tuesday. Find themselves here to play Henley for the 3rd time this season. Each of the previous 2 meetings between the Cowgirls and the Lady Hornets went the way of Henley. First, a 9-7 victory for the Lady Hornets back on March 23rd. They played again much later in the season, in which Henley won 7-5. That was on April 29th here at Henley High School. So a pair of close wins in favor of the Hornets. But things can always go differently here in the playoffs. Henley looking to stave off elimination and make it to the semifinals. Better finish than last year's season, where it ended in this round at the quarterfinals. Road game up to Marist, 8-0 was the final score then. These Hornets looking for a better showing here today. As we take a look at the rest of the bracket in the OSAA, all these games being played later on this afternoon. On the other side of this side of the bracket, winner here will play either LeGrand or Pendleton in the semifinal. That's the 4 versus 5 matchup. And then in the other quarterfinals today, Staten battles Scappoose in the 3 versus 6 round. And 10 seed Astoria, who upset Marshfield, by the way, in the first round. The Astoria Fishermen are playing the Dowls, the 2nd seed team, in their quarterfinal. Now, the Dowls on the other side of the bracket. Crook County very familiar with the Dowls, played them close throughout the season. Some folks think that maybe the Dowls should have earned the number 1 seed over Henley, but mathematically, this is the way it broke down. So Crook County coming into this game confident, knowing that they have dropped the last 2 previous meetings between these 2 teams, but Henley feeling equally as confident, knowing that they are at home with a good home turnout. Crook County's traveled well for this game too, and it should be a great atmosphere. As we take just a quick look at the weather report for today's game. Sunny right now, might get a little bit of rain in an hour or so, but it should clear up. But we're looking at low to mid 70s for most of the afternoon here at Henley High School. Of course, Henley to get here took a lot of team effort as the conference teams were released not too long ago. Anna Harper, of course, Player of the Year. Annie Campos, Pitcher of the Year. This team filled up with first-team all-conference picks and ready to really put on a show here at Henley High School. As it looks like the meeting at the plate between our umpires and coaches today is just about wrapped up, and the Hornets take the field. Here we'll see Annie Campos tossing her warm-up pitches. Starting in the circle once again, we just mentioned Skyline Conference Pitcher of the Year. Had a case maybe for Player of the Year, but bringing home some hardware nonetheless. Today, she's going to go up a Crook County lineup that looks like this. Leading off as the catcher is Danner Hamfield. The second baseman, J.C. Villastrigo, bats second. At third base, it's Tylee Cossett batting third. The center fielder, Chloe McKenzie, bats fourth. Hitting fifth is Kaylin Files at first base, followed by the Crook County pitcher, Raylan Weaver, is batting sixth. Asmita Pennington is in left field, batting seventh, with Kendall Martinez, the shortstop, hitting eighth. Rounding out the Crook County order is Kaya Mazingo in right field. And Campos, the other side of her battery, is Fitzpatrick. A lot of work these two put in together. Campos throwing a bullpen just about every day with Fitzpatrick. They've got a great chemistry. Hoping to put it on display today as we are just about ready for first pitch this afternoon. All right, Danner Hamfield checking into the batter's box. And it looks like we are ready to go. Hamfield, a right-handed batter, awaiting the first pitch from Annie Campos. Here it is. It's a swing and a ground ball towards short, past 2 diving gloves and into left field. A leadoff single for the Cowgirls have them in business in the top of the first. First pitch swinging. That's one way that teams have attacked Annie Campos this season. We know this Crook County team can score, scoring in double digits earlier in the playoffs, and a lot of games of 14, 12 runs this year for Crook County. Much like Henley, both of these teams can swing the bat. They won't be afraid to today, especially in a high-intensity playoff game like this. First pitch was a strike to Villastrigo. Stepping into the box on board at first is Hamfield. Here's the pitch. Ground ball towards third is snagged by Nichols. He throws on to first for one, but that is all that the Hornets will get as Hamfield advances to second on the fielder's choice. And with this, we'll take a look at the starting defense for the Lady Hornets. At third, it's Nichols with Natalie Hudson at short and Samantha Moore at second. Isabel Birch is at first, and we'll get you the outfield after this. The pitch on its way to Cossett is hit hard back up the middle. Campos up with it, throw on to Birch for one. And the Hornets taking another fielder's choice as Hamfield advances to third. In the outfield for the Hornets, it's Lily Segura in left, Anna Harper in center, and Alana Benson in right. Stepping into the box now, Chloe McKenzie. Waiting for the first pitch from Campos, and it's a first pitch strike on the inner third to the Crook County center fielder. McKenzie bats with 2 outs, and a runner aboard at third. It's Danner Hamfield. Here is the pitch to McKenzie. It is hit in the air into left center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. 1 run is going to score. Harper is up with it. The throw in is going to be a little bit right. And in at second with an RBI double is Chloe McKenzie. And the Crook County Cowgirls strike first. They are up 1-0 in the top of the first. Fields stepping in now. First pitch to Fields is taken for a strike. Campos back in the circle, ready to deliver the 0-1 pitch. Here it is. It's taken high for a ball, 1-1. Fifth batter this inning for Crook County, already 1 run home in the inning and 1 more in scoring position. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Fields. Swung on and missed. So now Campos ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Campos finding the 1-2. Here it is. Swung on and missed. It's a drop third strike. The throw down to first is in time. 1 run across for the Cowgirls in the first on 2 base hits. They lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom half of the first on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Subaru. Something really special happened here the other day. Some longtime customers got their 5th Subaru from us.
And I'm Jill. We all thought that was pretty cool, but it wasn't the special thing. The special thing was even cooler, a lot cooler.
They told me that the decision to buy here was easy. They said we've treated them like family every time, and they love being part of the Klamath Falls Subaru family.
Told you it was a lot cooler. Family, wow. All of us here work hard every day to make sure every customer feels like family. For us, family means honored, respected, protected, and valued.
That's not something you hear every day at a dealership.
Over the last 13 years, through the Subaru Love Promise, Subaru of America and its retailers have donated more than $200 million to national charities and over 1,440 hometown charities. We're very proud to help.
I'm Rob, and we're all glad to know you. Always comfortable, never corporate, family. Klamath Falls Subaru, open 7 days a week on Washburn Way. Stop by and say hi.
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
And we are back getting ready for the bottom of the first inning from Henley High School at the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 4A softball quarterfinals. It's going to be Raylan Weaver on the mound for Crook County, trying to protect this small lead that the Cowgirls have built after the top half of the first. Crook County leading 1-0. Going up a lineup that looks like this for the Hornets, it's Anna Harper leading off, followed by Annie Campos, the pitcher. Lily Fitzpatrick, the catcher, hits third, with Natalie Hudson batting cleanup. Lily Segura, the left fielder, bats fifth, with Isabel Birch, the first baseman, batting sixth. After that, it's Ashlyn Cernowski, the designated player, followed by Samantha Moore. Rounding out the Hornets lineup is the right fielder, Alana Benson. Skyline Conference Player of the Year, Anna Harper, stepping in, taking the first pitch inside, 1-0. Just like Crook County scored quickly in the first, the Hornets are able to do the same thing. They have got three of some of the most elite bats in the Skyline Conference at the top of their order in Harper, Campos, and Fitzpatrick. And the rest of their lineup, no strangers to getting on base either, as Harper takes the 1-0 pitch high. It's 2-0. Hornets winning in their first quarterfinal 12-1 in walk-off fashion. They got that mercy rule in the fifth inning on a home run from Annie Campos. Anna Harper taking one high, deep, gone! A leadoff homer for Anna Harper. And we are tied at 1 as the Conference Player of the Year comes up big for her team in the quarterfinals. Mobbed by her team at the plate. And now it'll be Annie Campos to hit with the bases empty in a tie ball game. Third home run of the playoffs for the Hornets, and now one for each of their top three batters. Anna Harper, Lily Fitzpatrick, and Annie Campos have all gone deep this postseason, and here was the walk-off winner from Tuesday. Annie Campos takes a pitch high, 1-0. Right-handed hitting Campos, steps in, checks her swing, held up in time, 2-0. Crook County today in their blue jerseys with yellow numbers, Cowgirls written in cursive across the front. Black pants and blue socks today. Here's the 2-0 home to Campos, taken down and in, 3-0. Henley today, black jerseys. Henley written across the front, white pants, black pinstripes, yellow socks for the Hornets today. Campos ahead in the count, 3-0. Here's the pitch, taken all the way, but that one's going to find the zone for a strike. Weaver trying to battle back into this at-bat, maintain her composure after a leadoff homer to start the game. Finds herself behind Campos right now, 3 balls and a strike. The 3-2 is hit off the inside of Campos' bat, foul. And the count runs full, so nice job by Weaver to battle into this at-bat. Full count pitch on its way to Campos. It's a ground ball back towards Weaver. She's going to throw it on to first for the first out in the bottom of the first. Around the diamond defensively for Crook County, it's Hampel behind the dish, Cossett at third, Martinez at short, Villastrigo at second with Fields at first. And we'll get you the outfield after this, as Lily Fitzpatrick steps into the box now. One away and nobody on for the power bat of Fitzpatrick. Takes the first pitch there. It's a fastball on the outer third. Fitzpatrick behind in the count now, 0-1. Fitzpatrick takes that one in the dirt. Kicks away from Hamfill. In the outfield from left to right for Crook County, it's Pennington, McKenzie, and Montego. The 1-1 on its way to Fitzpatrick. That's hit high, it's hit deep, no doubt about it. Lily Fitzpatrick sends one deep over the left field fence, and the Hornets take a 2-1 lead. 2 homers in the first give Henley a 2-1 lead. Seeing the ball nice early, bringing up Natalie Hudson. Natalie Hudson finally getting into the batter's box, finding a couple softballs. Here's the first pitch to her. It's taken for a strike. The outer third, a little bit high for Hudson as she lays off. Batting cleanup here for the Hornets, and already 2 runs home in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Hudson lays off the high heat there, evens the count at 1. Pitch coming home to Natalie Hudson. That one's hit high, staying behind the infield. And the second baseman can't bring it in. That's Villastrigo bobbling that one. Although probably a base hit in the end. It's a tough play for the second baseman. Hudson on board. Brings up Lily Segura. Segura batting with a runner aboard at first. She's been great at starting rallies this season, hoping to keep one going here in the first. Takes a pitch high, 1-0. Pitch home to Segura. It's taken for another ball, 2-0. Cowgirls outfield shaded deep. In the infield, looking for a double play with 1 out in the inning. Here's the pitch. That pitch is lifted, foul, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch home. Taken wide, 3-1. Runner on the move, and the ball slips into the outfield. In safe at second is Natalie Hudson. Segura now bats with a runner in scoring position in a 3-1 count. On deck, hoping for a chance to continue the rally, is Isabel Birch. Here's the 3-1 home. Swung on and missed. And that'll run the count full to Segura. The full count pitch is taken for ball 4. 2 runners on now for Isabel Birch. Talking with some of the Henley coaches before the game. Very pleased with how this bottom third, I guess kind of bottom half of the lineup has performed, especially late in the season for Henley. Getting on base, setting up the top parts of the lineup. As there's a strike taken, Birch. But she's been part of the catalyst for this team. That's why they are the top seed in the state. Still a lot of softball left to be played, but leading in their quarterfinal matchup as well, 2-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch home to Birch. Taken high to, 1-1 now. Weaver looking to escape this jam, having only allowed the 2 runs to cross. Here's the pitch to Birch. That one finds the zone. Down and in, but across the plate to Birch. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Birch takes ball 2. Good eye to lay off the outside fastball. Evens the count. One away in the bottom of the first. 2 runs home and 2 more on for Birch. Here's the pitch. It's taken in the dirt. Ball gets away and 2 runners advance. So that puts them each in scoring position and a full count to Isabel Birch. On deck is Ashlyn Cernowski, hoping for a chance, but that pitch is hit in the air to right field. Coming in and couldn't make the catch. 1 run scored. The play at the plate, they got her trying to score at the plate. Segura gunned down, but 1 run did come in to score. It's Hudson. Staying at first after the single was Birch. Creditor with 1 RBI. Score 3-1 Hornets, and that brings up Ashlyn Cernowski. Pitch is taken for a strike. 0-1, the count to Cernowski. Now 2 outs, and only 1 runner on. It's Birch at first. 3 runs home already for the Hornets in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch to Cernowski. That's waved at and missed, 0-2. Weaver digs for the 0-2. It swung on and missed, and that will end the inning. The Hornets score 3 on 4 base hits in the inning, 2 on a couple of solo home runs. They lead 3-1 as we head to the top of the second on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
I call myself a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Leschwa Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Limited time offer while supplies last. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
I just love my mechanic. He finally got that check engine light to turn off. It's been nice not having that light flickering at me all the time.
Who's your mechanic? I certainly think I might need to use him.
My mechanic is my mechanic.
Your mechanic. I know. What I'm trying to find out is who's your mechanic?
My mechanic is my mechanic. You want your car fixed, you need to go to my mechanic.
That's what I'm asking you. Who's your mechanic?
My mechanic.
But what's his name?
My mechanic.
You're not going to tell me your mechanic's name?
My mechanic.
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Joining you already with the second inning in progress. It's a 1-0 count to Raylan Weaver. So we get things started. Crook County trailing the Hornets 3-1 at the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union for a softball quarterfinal. 2-0 the count now to Weaver. It's 6-7-8 in the Crook County order due up in the top half of the second. And the pitcher, Weaver, looking to get the rally started. The 2-0 pitch home is taken for ball 3. Campos ditching the curveball in the dirt there. Asmita Pennington and Kendall Martinez, the other 2 batters scheduled due up this half for the Cowgirls. The 3-0 is taken. It's a ball, and Weaver's aboard on first. This brings up Asmita Pennington. On the move, and the throw is not in time. Weaver in safely at second, swiping the bag, puts her in scoring position with nobody out for Pennington. Here's the 0-1, showing bunt, lays it down, but it's foul. Count moves now to 0-2 to Pennington. Campos back in the circle, gathers the sign from Fitzpatrick. Shakes her off once, now decides on the pitch. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off on the high fastball. Pennington staying alive. It's a ground ball towards short. Nichols charging it, bobbles. The throw is late, and everybody's safe. Nichols charging it from third. Couldn't complete the play, but Pennington beat out the throw regardless. Give her the single, and advancing to third was Weaver. Runners at the corners for Kendall Martinez. First pitch to Martinez. Checks her swing. Swiping second is Pennington. So 2 runners in scoring position. The tying run aboard at second for the Cowgirls. Here's the pitch home to Martinez as Campos kicks and fires. Trying to lay down a bunt, but came up empty did Martinez, evens the count at 1. Looks like Crook County trying to have some kind of squeeze play on to knock the run in. Still nobody out in the inning, so they can afford to be a little creative on the base paths. Pitch, another bunt, and that's foul. Ball on 2 strikes now. We'll see if they keep the bunt on with Martinez, even with 2 outs. It's a 1-2 count. Here's Martinez. That's taken. Strike 3 call. Campos got her looking. Big strikeout there for the first out in the second. Brings up Kaya Mazingo. Kaya left-handed batter, the number 9 hitter in the order for the Cowgirls. Campos, here's the first offering. It is a ground ball out towards second. Moore up with it. Throw on to first. That's 1. 1 run comes in to score. That's Weaver scoring from third. Pennington advances to third. Credit Mazinga with the RBI and the second out of the inning. Back to the top of the order for Danner Hamfill. First pitch swinging for Hamfill, but it's fouled off. By the way, the score now 3-2 Hornets after that run coming in to score. Hamfill 1 for 1 today. Single to lead off the ball game and came around to score in the first. Half swing there, pops over the shortstop's head. Hudson can't get to it, and the tie-in run's going to score. Nice base hit there by Hamfill, and we're tied up at 3. Pennington scores. RBI for Hamfill, and we're tied at 3. Back and forth this game goes in the early parts. Brings up J.C. Villastrigo with 2 outs and a runner at first. He pops one up. Foul out of play. It's a good effort by Hudson at short on that last play, but just a well-placed base hit from Hamfill and an RBI to go along with it. It's an 0-1 count to Villastrigo. Ground ball back towards Campos. On to first will end the inning, but the Cowgirls score 2 on 2 base hits in the inning. They do leave 1 stranded, and we're tied at 3 as we head to the bottom half of the second on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Nearly every business has 2 types of customers, transactional and relational.
One is more profitable, one is more needy. Both are important to the overall success of a business. Here's this week's sound advice for your business. Transactional customers only care about price, have no loyalty, demand more, and they want to pay less. Relational customers seek advice from people they trust. They're loyal, less demanding, and become repeat customers. Understanding how to identify each type and how to turn transactional customers into relational can be a huge boost to your business. Are the type of customers you have the type of customers you want? I'm Scott Allen with Basin Media Active. If you want to design a more profitable business and attract more relational customers, give us a call at this station and we'll deliver the profitable customer marketing checklist to you. Transactional or relational. Join us next time for more sound advice for your business.
Follow the Hornets all season long on mybasin.com.
And we're back with the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union for a girls softball quarterfinal. Back and forth game early, tied up at 3 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 in the Hornets batting order. That's Samantha Moore, Alana Benson, then back to the top for Anna Harper. Now, it's 2 runs for Crook County in the top half. Hornets scored 3 their last time around offensively. We'll see if the bottom 2 batters in the order can get on for Anna Harper at the top. That has been how this Hornets offense has scored a lot of their runs this year. With girls like Samantha Moore and Alana Benson. Benson's been real good about getting on base this season for the top of the order. So we'll see as the first pitch is taken for a ball. 1-0. Wind is picking up as per usual, blowing out to left field. We've already seen 2 home runs today. One of them hit to left field. Here's the 1-0. It's a ground ball. Foul down the third base line. Count moves to a ball and a strike. And the 1-1 on its way, taken. That one finds the zone on the high and away corner to Moore, falls behind in the count. Ball and 2 strikes. Weaver hoping to keep things where they are. First out here would go a long way. The 1-2, cut at and missed, and down on strikes goes Moore. Weaver collects the strikeout to bring up Alana Benson. In the quarterfinals, Benson had a great day getting on base like we've been talking about. 2 singles and reached on an error. She's great at putting the ball in play. Takes a cut there, fouls the first one off. It's 0-1. And in doing so, came around to score 3 times in that opening round playoff matchup too. 3 of Henley's 12 runs recorded to Benson. Here's the 0-1 taken wide. Count is now a ball and a strike. Benson awaits the 1-1 and it misses high. Count moves now to 2-1. 1 away in the bottom of the second, tied up at 3 in the quarterfinals between the Cowgirls and the Hornets. Here's the 2-1. Breaks down and in, 3-1. They count to the Henley right fielder. And the pitch on its way to Benson is taken. And Alana Benson getting on base with 1 away in the second. This brings up Anna Harper. You might remember her from a home run in the first inning. Also went deep back on Tuesday, the home run there. Here's the pitch. Harper takes one wide. 1-0. Anna so far in the playoffs is 3 for 5 with 2 home runs. The pitch. It's a ground ball towards third. Up with it, throw on to second is in time. It looked like Martinez bobbled it, but a tough view for the umpire there. I mean, she definitely bobbled it, but tough angle there, so they'll get the lead out. Harper reaches on the fielder's choice, puts her on first for Annie Campos at the dish. Campos takes the first one for a strike. The elevated fastball she lays off. Campos 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Here's the 0-1. Pitch misses down. Ball and a strike now to the power-hitting pitcher for the Hornets. So far in the playoffs for her, 2 for 5. One of them being a home run that was back on Tuesday. Here's the 1-1 to Campos. Takes that one low, 2-1. Runner at first is Anna Harper. She's got long strides, liable to swipe a bag if need be. Campos now ahead 3-1. On deck is Lily Fitzpatrick. And that pitch is low, throw down. And it was called ball 4, so Harper advancing. Campos aboard after the walk. And that will bring up Lily Fitzpatrick, 1 for 1 today with a solo homer in the first. Now batting here with the runner in scoring position, it's Harper. Aboard at first will be Jewel Northcutt running for Campos. Here's the pitch from Weaver to Fitzpatrick. First pitch swinging, it was in the dirt, but Fitzpatrick came up empty, 0-1. Fitzpatrick awaiting the 0-1, takes that one high. It's now 1-1. I think Lily was trying to recreate that first inning shot on that first swing. Held up on that one, evens the count at 1. Just going to drive the run in. In scoring position is Harper at second. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is hit into center field. Did she do it again? Yes, she did. Another home run for Fitzpatrick. That time it's a 3-run jack to put the Hornets up 6-3. That'll bring up Natalie Hudson after the 3-run homer from Lily Fitzpatrick. 4 RBIs on the day in her second home run. Natalie Hudson singled in the first and would come around to score as well, as Henley leads now 6-3. Hudson stepping in, 1 away in the inning. Takes the first pitch low, 1-0. Fireworks in this game early. Cowgirls punched back in the second. Henley came back with their best punch to take the lead already here in the second. Hudson takes a strike there, a ball and a strike now. Again, the 2 games played between these two teams earlier in the year were high scoring as well, 9-7 in favor of Henley, as well as 7-5 in favor of Henley as Hudson's on board with a single. And that'll bring up Lily Segura. Here's the pitch to Segura. It's taken high, 1-0. Segura walked to score in the first inning. The 1-0 is popped up foul. A ball and a strike to Segura. After Segura, it's Isabel Birch on deck for the Lady Hornets. Here's the pitch, the 1-1. Swung on and missed. The outside fastball had Segura reaching. A ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch on its way to Segura. That one's in the dirt. A nice job by Hamful to stay in front of that one. Count moves now to 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the bottom of the second inning of this quarterfinal matchup between the Hornets and the Cowgirls. Henley leading 6-3. The pitch. It's a line drive into center field. That's going to get down and roll to the wall. They are going to try to rave in Hudson. The throw is late. She scores, and advancing to third on the play is going to be Segura. Call it a double and extending it to a triple. Henley leads now 7-3. This will bring up Isabel Birch. Four runs home this inning for Henley. Still just 1 out. Birch 1 for 1 today and an RBI. That pitch in the dirt. Hamful stays in front of it. Runner at third is Segura. Pitch is taken high, 2-0 now. Weaver looks in, decides on the pitch, delivers the 2-0 low, 3-0 now to Birch. That one finds the zone. Birch tossing one middle, or pardon me, Weaver tossing one middle to Birch. Here's the 3-1. Line drive, back to Weaver. She tosses to first for the out. And that will end the inning. 4 runs home for the Hornets that half. They lead 7-3 as we head to the top of the third on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Did you know Basin Alarm offers a huge variety of services for residential and commercial customers? They offer basic alarm systems starting at just $300. Looking for a security and camera surveillance system? They've got you covered. Want to automate your home with Z-Wave? They can do that. And they still do telephone systems and computer networking sales and service. Call today and schedule your free estimate at 541-884-2415 and ask about their current specials. Basin Alarm. Let them do the work for you.
OSU's Klamath County Extension congratulates Oregon Tech on their outstanding softball and baseball seasons. Way to go, Owls! Klamath County Extension is a trusted resource for research and education in our community, with programs in livestock and irrigation, nutrition education, forestry and natural resources, master food preservers, 4-H, farm to school, and horticulture. They share non-formal community-based education and information services. Find out more at oregonstate.edu/Klamath.
Follow the Hornets all season long on mybasin.com.
Third inning already in progress as we rejoin you with the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 4A softball quarterfinal on 104.3 and 960 Sports. First pitch was a strike into Tylee Cossett. That's Cossett, McKenzie, then Fildes due up for the Cowgirls this half inning. They find themselves trailing the Hornets 7-3, getting started in the top of the third. It's a 1-1 count to Cossett, who's 0 for 1 today. Didn't reach base on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Here's the 1-1 home. Taken for a ball, 2-1. The pitch too high for Cossett. Hornets scoring 4 in the second inning. 3 of them on a 3-run home run from Lily Fitzpatrick. There's a strike, 2-2 now to Cossett. But so far, Crook County has answered the call in the first couple of innings. Leading after the top of the first, tied after the top of the second. We'll see where they stand after the top of the third. Ripped one foul, just foul, did Cossett. 2-2. Still a beautiful sunny day. Call for a little bit of rain in the 5 o'clock hour. Right now 4:41 local time in Klamath Falls, Oregon. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Cossett. It's an off-speed pitch. Campos bounced that one to Fitzpatrick. 3-2 to the leadoff hitter in the third, Tylee Cossett. Here's the pitch. Hard ground ball to the third base side, foul. Campos back in the circle. Fitzpatrick gets the sign from the dugout and delivers it to Campos. She's agreeable. Here's the full count pitch. Fouled back. Still a full count pitch to the leadoff hitter this inning, Cossett. Approaching Campos, trying to see a few pitches. That's how teams have really gotten to Campos this season. Crook County came out of the gate swinging as Cossett works a walk there. So you got to see the pitches from Campos. All of her pitches move, it seems like. So you really almost always takes teams 2 times through the order to really see her well, and we're about halfway through our second time in the order. It's a bouncing ball back towards Campos, remains fair. No, I believe it was maybe off the foot of the batter, McKenzie. They called it foul. But when we think about games that have been close for Henley this year, it's been teams that get Campos deep into at-bats, make her work. That's what Cook County is trying to do here in this inning. A foul ball. It was the count to 0-2 to McKenzie. Doubled in a run in the first inning, was left stranded. That's now here with nobody out, and a runner aboard at first in the top of the third. Here's the 0-2. That's hit in the air into foul territory. Foul. McKenzie then Fildes still due up this half. The 0-2 to Chloe McKenzie. It's taken high. Fitzpatrick thought that maybe Cossett was on the move there, but she stays put at first. One-two to Cossett, or pardon me, to McKenzie. Here's the pitch from Campos. Takes that one high. And Cossett getting a little creative on the base paths and getting the Henley defense to jump just a little bit. Could create some havoc on a ball put in play by McKenzie. Here's the 2-2. That one is hit foul. Count remains tied at 2. Again, Crook County trying to make Campos work here in the third. You can see the game plan shifting, finding themselves down 3. Here's the 2-2 to McKenzie. That's taken high. The count runs full. Campos has issued 2 walks in the ball game thus far, but she's also balanced it out with 2 strikeouts. Here's a full count opportunity for Annie against Chloe McKenzie. The pitch. It's a bouncing ball, foul down the third base line. McKenzie doing a fine job of keeping this at-bat going. Here's the full count pitch again. Line drive into center field. That'll get down for a base hit. It's a fantastic at-bat from Chloe McKenzie to move Cossett up to second. Kaylin Fildes comes in to hit now. Fildes today is 0 for 1. She struck out back in the first inning, but a great opportunity here with 2 runners on. And Crook County has answered the call so far. Fildes takes the first pitch high, 1-0. On deck is Raylan Weaver, hoping for an opportunity this inning. Campos in the circle, digs, kicks, and fires. Pitch is called a strike, but Fitzpatrick can't frame it. Both runners move up into scoring position. Cossett to third, McKenzie to second. Changes things a little bit for the Hornets outfield as they communicate the new situation. It's a 1-1 count with 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out in the inning. The pitch showing bunt, laid down foul, moves it to a 1-2 count. Crook County has tried a couple of times to get creative with those squeeze plays, try to score a couple runs, and designed nicely, but they haven't been able to get the bunt in fair territory yet. Be curious to see if they stick with that strategy. 1-2 count to Fildes. Here's the pitch. Fildes sends one on a rope into right. It gets down for a base hit. 1 run is going to score, and that is all they will get. An RBI single for Kaylin Fildes makes this a 7-4 ball game. Brings up Raylan Weaver, the Crook County pitcher, looking to keep a rally going, help out her own cause here. Her team down 3, and she is the tying run at the plate here in the top of the third inning. Fildes is at first, McKenzie at third. Showing bunt, Weaver pulls back, runner on the move. The throw is into center field, and they're going to score from third. McKenzie in, and now it's 7-5. Advancing to second is Fildes. And now it's back down to a 2-run ball game. Pitch to Weaver, she shows bunt, lays one down. It's back to Campos. Underhand toss to first is in time. But advancing to third is Kaylin Fildes, now with just one away. Brings up Esmita Pennington. Pennington bats now with one out, and a runner at third. It's Fildes. The pitch to Pennington. She shows bunt. Lays one down in front of the catcher, Fitzpatrick. The throw is not in time, and a run scores on the squeeze play. That's what Crook County has been waiting for this game, as they're back within one. It's now 7-6 Hornets. That brings up Kendall Martinez, still with just one away. Martinez 0 for 1 with a strikeout in today's game. Tying run on base. That's a ground ball out towards second. Moore up with it. Throw on to first in time. And a throw to try to get the runner at second. Ends up into left field. They're going to wave her around to score, and she will score. Pennington scores from first on a ground out. Tie ball game here in the third. Punch, counter punch, and the Cowboys have rallied to tie it in the third. And the Hornets infield wondering how this lead evaporated. It's been good hitting from the Cowgirls and one error, allowing these runs to come in and score, but they disperse with a new ball game in hand. Bases empty, 2 outs in the third, and we're tied at 7. Kaya Mazingo batting now, the left-handed hitter from Crook County. That pitch misses wide. 1-0. That pitch finds the zone. A ball and a strike to Mazingo. That pitch misses. 2-1. Mazingo, an RBI already today on a sacrifice ground out, is now ahead in the count, 3-1. Campos digs for the 3-1. The pitch is called strike. A full count pitch coming up after that fastball caught the outer third. Campos trying to end this thing with a tie here in the third. Full count pitch on the way to Mazingo. Cut on and missed, and down go the Cowgirls after tying things up in the third. 4 runs on 3 base hits. They don't leave anyone stranded. We're tied up at 7, headed to the bottom of the third on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Nearly every business has 2 types of customers, transactional and relational. One is more profitable, one is more needy. Both are important to the overall success of a business. Here's this week's sound advice for your business. Transactional customers only care about price, have no loyalty, demand more, and they want to pay less. Relational customers seek advice from people they trust. They're loyal, less demanding, and become repeat customers. Understanding how to identify each type and how to turn transactional customers into relational can be a huge boost to your business. Are the type of customers you have the type of customers you want? I'm Scott Allen with Basin Media Active. If you want to design a more profitable business and attract more relational customers, give us a call at this station and we'll deliver the profitable customer marketing checklist to you. Transactional or relational. Join us next time for more sound advice for your business.
1043 and 960 Sports.
Got a new pitcher on the mound for Crook County. It looks like it's going to be J.C. Villastrigo. And just getting the other changes. Looks like Ware has checked in at short. And I believe Martinez has moved over to second from short. And those are the changes, with Weaver moving into right field. Or pardon me, into left field. All right, so the Hornets will contend with a new pitcher, Villastrigo on the mound, and Ashlyn Cernowski to lead things off in the third. Tied up at 7 at the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 4A softball quarterfinals. Crook County scored 4 in the top half of this inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. As Ashlyn Cernowski has got a 1-1 count to contend with. It'll be Cernowski, Moore, and Benson at 7, 8, and 9 in the Henley order here in the third. Here's the pitch. Pitch is fouled off. 1-2 they count to Cernowski. Struck out her first time up, 0 for 1 today. Wind picking up here at Henley High School as the 1-2 pitch is on its way from Villastrigo. It's a ground ball towards first. First baseman up with it and on to the bag herself goes Fields. And Cernowski is down to start the third. Samantha Moore to bat now for the Lady Hornets. Today, Moore is 0 for 1. She struck out back in the second inning. Outfield shaded deep for the Cowgirls. Here's the pitch to Moore. A little bit tardy on the fastball, 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch is hitting the air to right field. Coming in to make the catch is the right fielder Mazingo. And that will bring up Benson, who is without an at-bat today, walked, and was cut down at second on her trip around the base paths last inning. First pitch on its way to Benson. Here it is. Taken for a strike. Look middle high to Benson. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 from Villastrigo. Swung on and missed a curveball or a breaking pitch of some kind that broke back towards the right-handed hitting Benson. Alana now behind in the count, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Benson. It's going to miss high, 1-2 now. 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. We're tied up at 7 in this quarterfinal matchup. Back into the circle now is Villastrigo. Steps back, kicks, and delivers. It's a ground ball towards the shortstop. Throw on to first is in time as Ware. Makes a defensive debut in this ball game with the assist. And the Hornets go down in order here in the third. We go to the fourth, knotted at 7 on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
It's barbecue chicken pizza season. That means break out the patio furniture, dust off those jorts, pick up an Abby's Pizza, and head to your favorite outdoor spot. I mean, hey, the great outdoors isn't going to enjoy itself, right? Blue skies and pizza go together like, well, barbecue chicken and pizza. That's why it's time to enjoy an Abby's original barbecue chicken pizza at a very special price. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition.
Imagine if information came with a nutrition label. Then you'd know if what you're consuming has the right mix of facts, sources, and context. But it's on us to make healthier choices about what to consume, share, and act on. Get Newslit Fit at newslit.org.
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Getting ready for the top of the fourth inning, and due up for Crook County, it's going to be Danner Hamfill, then J.C. Villastrigo, then Tylee Cossett. It's the top third of the lineup. Due up here in the fourth, tied up at 7 at the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 4A softball quarterfinal between the Henley Lady Hornets and the Crook County Cowgirls. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's going to miss high. A ball and a strike now to Hamfill. She's 2 for 2 today with a pair of singles, also an RBI in the second. Campos trying to keep things right where they are. It's been back and forth. Hornets were held scoreless in the bottom half as it's a fly ball to center field off the fence. He's trying to stretch for 2 is Hamfill, and she gets in there safely. A leadoff double for the Crook County catcher. That'll bring up J.C. Villastrigo. She's 0 for 2 today with a fielder's choice and a ground out, but a go-ahead run in scoring position in this fourth inning. Here's the pitch from Campos. Line drive, that's going to get down into right center field. They're going to wave her around, and she will score from second. Hamfill in. The throw to try to cut down Villastrigo is not in time. And Crook County takes their first lead since the first inning. They now lead 8-7. Brings up Tylee Cossett. First pitch to Cossett is lined right to the third baseman. Throw back to second. There's not going to be a second throw, so Nichols securing the first out of the inning there. That'll brings up Chloe McKenzie. First pitch to McKenzie. Taken for a strike. 0-1. Here's a pitch. Hard grounder towards short, bobbled by Hudson. Time to make the throw. It's in time. They got her. Good recovery there by Hudson. Villastrigo advances to third, but there's 2 outs now for Kaylin Fields. Fields today is 1 for 2, an RBI single in the third. He's batting now with a runner at third. Here's the pitch. Taken for a ball. Missed outside. Aboard at third is Villastrigo on there after an RBI single earlier this inning. Here's Campos' pitch. Taken for a strike. 1-1. Campos trying to dig here. The 1-1 pitch. Gathers the sign from Fitzpatrick. Here's the delivery. It's low. Fitzpatrick blocks it. 2-1. Good work there by the Henley senior catcher. Second team all-conference catcher behind the dish. Two and one to Fields. Here's the delivery from Campos. Taken. That one's a strike on the outer third. Campos evens things up at 2. Annie with the 2-2 pitch. Kicks, twists, and fires. It misses wide. A full count pitch coming up for Fields. On deck will be Raylan Weaver. Campos looks in. And here's the full count pitch to Fields. Fisted foul, and we'll do it again. 3-2. The runner on third base, and Crook County leading this ball game in the fourth, 8-7. Full count pitch. Lined into right field, foul down the line. One run already home for the Cowgirls, trying to make it 2 with Villastrigo aboard at third. Pitch is dribbled out in front of Campos. The throw to first in time, and that will end the inning. But Crook County score 1 on 2 base hits. They lead 8-7, headed to the bottom half of the fourth on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
I'm Randy Shaw, broker and owner of Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty. Over 30 years ago, Hank Holman made farm and ranch real estate priority 1 at our company. What made Hank successful were his honesty, integrity, and knowledge of all things farm and ranch. Hank is the reason that we are experts on soils, yields, well capacities, water policy, sustainable grazing, and a whole lot more. Most importantly, Hank taught us that farm and ranch real estate is a people business, a trust business. Agriculture is the engine that drives our basin's economy. Hank knew it then, and we know it now. Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty, the place where you come first. Visit us at cbholmanpremier.com to search for a real estate professional.
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Crook County claiming a lead in the fourth inning. They lead now 8-7 as we get you back into the action on 104.3 and 960 Sports. This, of course, the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union for a softball quarterfinal. Due up this half for the Hornets. It's going to be the top of the order. Anna Harper, Annie Campos, Lily Fitzpatrick. Trying to get their team back into this ball game. Still obviously close. It's been going back and forth. We'll see if the Hornets have an answer for the one-run Crook County scored in the top half of this inning. First pitch to Anna Harper. Misses high. Villastrigo, into her second inning of work, came in relief of Raylan Weaver and pitched a stellar bottom of the third, an inning in which Henley went down in order. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Harper. And it takes that one outside, 1-0. The 2-0 on its way to Harper. Out in front of that pitch, 2-1. Looked like Villastrigo pulled a string on the Conference Player of the Year there. Back into the right-handed batter's box goes Harper. Awaiting the pitch, here it comes, the 2-1 home. It's lifted behind second base, and that one will be caught by the second baseman Martinez. A nice defensive play there for the first out. This brings up Annie Campos. Campos' first pitch swinging, fouls it off. Fitzpatrick waits on deck. Here's the pitch to Campos, misses high. A ball and a strike to Annie, who is 0 for 1 today. She grounded out in the first and walked in the second. Hoping to get the rally started. Here's the pitch. Campos takes one right down Main Street. A ball and 2 strikes now to the Henley pitcher. The 1-2 on its way. Campos fouls it back, stays alive after offering at the high heat there. Another opportunity at the 1-2 for Annie. Here's the pitch. She hits that one in the air to center field. Under it now is the Crook County center fielder McKenzie to make the grab for the second out. Fitzpatrick stepping in now. 2 for 2 with a couple of home runs today. Stepping in now is Fitzpatrick. 4 RBIs for her already today. Here's the first pitch. It's taken low, 1-0. Two away in the fourth. Villastrigo digging with the 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Check swing from Fitzpatrick. A good eye on the high fastball. Those can be tough for power hitters to lay off, but Fitzpatrick doing a nice job there. Count moves now to 2-0. Here it is. That one misses, 3-0. Fitzpatrick, not an easy player to pitch to, and especially difficult when she's ahead in the count. See how Villastrigo attacks this one here. The pitch. That one will miss outside, and Fitzpatrick aboard with a walk. It's the tying run on base for Natalie Hudson. 2 for 2 with a pair of singles today. And they're going to have a runner come in for Fitzpatrick. All right, and it looks like a little bit of a conference in the circle, but should be concluded. As Hudson steps in. Again, a couple of singles, has come around to score twice in the ball game so far. She's shown great hustle on the base paths. Look for her to put a ball in play here with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the first pitch to Hudson. Out in front of that pitch, 0-1. As Villastrigo pulled the string there on Hudson. There's the 0-1. That pitch is hit in the air and gone out of here in a hurry. The Hornets take a 9-8 lead after a 2-run blast from Natalie Hudson. That ball couldn't get out of here much faster than that. And the Hornets reclaim the lead. Four home runs today for Henley, and they now lead 9-8. Brings up Lily Segura. We were talking about it a little bit before the game. Crook County fans, that home run over the left field fence is a common occurrence. And we've had 4 of them today. Here's the first pitch to Segura. It's taken 1-0. The 1-0 now. That one's taken for a strike. Segura tried to get out of the way of it, but it crossed the plate regardless. Count a ball and a strike to Segura. She's 1 for 1 today. A RBI double in the second, paired with a walk in the first. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Misses high, 2-1. The 2-1. That pitch is fouled. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Segura. On deck is Isabel Birch, hoping for an opportunity this inning. Here's Villastrigo with the 2-2 pitch. Taken for strike 3. They got Segura looking, but not before the Hornets score twice on a 2-run homer from Natalie Hudson to reclaim the lead. They're up now 9-8 as we head to the top of the 5th on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
You can't usually spot cancer yourself. That's what makes melanoma different. It stands out. Melanoma is the skin cancer you can spot with your own eyes. I'm Dr. Sancy Leachman, and studies show the survival rate for melanoma is 99% when treated early. Melanoma stands out. You could spot cancer. Don't wait another day. Learn more at startseeingmelanoma.com. That's startseeingmelanoma.com.
Veterans, did you lose your job due to the COVID-19 pandemic? The Veteran Rapid Retraining Assistance Program offers education and training for high-demand jobs. Learn more and apply today. Visit va.gov/VRRAP.
Follow the Hornets all season long on mybasin.com.
Back with you for our continuing coverage of the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 4A softball quarterfinal as the Hornets lead 9-8 in the top of the 5th inning. Due up for Crook County, it's Raylan Weaver as Mita Pennington and Kendall Martinez. First pitch called a ball to Weaver. So far, she's 0 for 1 today, walking a ground out in 2 at-bats. Started as the pitcher today for Crook County, now finds herself in left field. As that pitch finds the zone to Weaver, a ball and a strike. 9 runs for the Hornets today on 8 base hits, 1 error for the Hornets. And they have left 2 runners on base for Crook County today. 8 runs on 8 hits. They've committed 1 error and left 3 runners on base today. It's a 1-2 count to Weaver. Here's the pitch from Campos. Taken, strike 3 called. And that will bring up Mita Pennington, I believe. If it's Pennington to bat now, she is 1 for 1, and a sacrifice fly in the third has netted her an RBI. Also a single from back in the second inning. That is a line drive right to second base and gloved by Samantha Moore on the line. 2 quick outs for Amy Campos and the Hornets this inning brings up Kendall Martinez. Martinez today's 0 for 2 with a punch out and a ground out on the ledger so far today. Bats now with the bases empty and 2 outs. First pitch swinging, popped up in the infield, and Hudson diving makes the catch in the outfield. Way to flash the leather, a home run in the bottom half and a diving catch in the top. Natalie Hudson leaving her mark on this game as her team leads by 1. 9-8, headed to the bottom of the 5th on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Why? Why do we ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right? The answer to why defines who we are. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my friends.
For my community.
For my family.
For each other. Because all of this matters. We all have something worth protecting. So why do you see safe? Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
Since 1999, Smile Train has helped millions of kids with clefts get the essential care they need so they can live their full smile story. Learn more at smiletrain.org/learn.
Follow the Hornets all season long on mybasin.com.
And we are getting ready for the bottom of the 5th inning. Due up this half for the Hornets, it's Isabel Birch, Ashlyn Cernowski, and Samantha Moore as we are getting ready. 9-8 the score at the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 4A softball quarterfinals. Birch stepping in now. She's 1 for 2 today with a single in the first. Got her an RBI. She also grounded out in the second. Batting here to start things out in the 5th. Here's the pitch. That one is popped, foul, out of play. 0-1 now the count to Birch. Villastrigo ready to deliver the 0-1 pitch. Down in the zone. 1-1 now to Isabel Birch. 3 runs for the Hornets in the first, followed by 4 more in the second. They were held to a goose egg in the third, but scored 2 in the fourth, is how they've got 9 runs today. Pitch from Villastrigo fouled back, 1-2 now. For the Cowgirls, 1 run in the first, 2 more in the second. Big 4-run inning in the third, followed by 1 more in the fourth, is how Crook County has scored 8 runs today. Again, still trailing by 1. The 1-2 pitch on its way to Birch. It is taken for strike 3 call. Birch goes down looking to start the 5th. Brings up Ashlyn Cernowski. And maybe not. Maybe we'll have a switch up here. We'll see who that is on deck. It's going to be Jillian Vickery to bat in place of Cernowski. Vickery getting her first opportunity of the day. Here's the first pitch to her. Cut underneath the high heat. 0-1. Vickery back in the left-handed batter's box, ready to see the 0-1 pitch. Called a ball low evens the count at 1 for Vickery. Samantha Moore waits on deck. Here's the pitch. That one is swung on and missed. The outside running fastball ran away from the left-handed hitting Vickery. Chased it. Now it's 1-2. Here's the pitch from Villastrigo. That is called a ball on the outside. Looked to be a similar pitch as before, but Vickery deciding wisely to lay off that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the new Henley designated player. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Vickery down on strikes. Back-to-back punch-outs. Actually 3 in a row, dating back to last inning for Villastrigo. And that brings up Samantha Moore. Moore in the box. Here's a pitch. Takes a look at that one, called a ball on the outside to the right-handed hitting Henley second baseman. Moore 0 for 2 today, a strikeout in the second, flown out in the third. Here's the pitch. That one comes inside and almost gets Moore, but she backs out of the way. 2 balls and no strikes now to Moore. Henley leading 9-8 in the bottom of the 5th inning of this quarterfinal matchup. 2-0 pitch on the way to Moore. That's a called strike. Looked to be an off-speed pitch on the outer third. Count moves to 2-1 to Moore. Bouncing ball towards short. Ware up with it. The throw on to first is in time. The Hornets go down in order in the 5th, but they still lead this ball game 9-8 as we head to the 6th on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Flace with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. If you've put off doctor visits during the pandemic, now is a good time to call your pediatrician and get caught up. Children and teens need regular checkups with their doctor to make sure their development is on track, to talk about nutrition and behavior, and to get the vaccines they need to stay healthy. It's safe and your pediatrician wants to hear from you. For more on children's health during COVID-19, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
We need each other because every someone needs someone else.
We need each other because when we work together, we can do so much more.
We connect more children with what they need to grow up healthy, educated, and safe. And that's what Child Fund is all about.
Because when you make someone's world better, you make everyone's world better.
Child Fund, because we need each other.
Learn more at childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Back with you for the top of the 6th inning of the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union for a softball quarterfinal between the Henley Lady Hornets and the Crook County Cowgirls. It's 9-8. Henley leads. Again, top of the 6th inning. It'll be 9-1-2 in the Cowgirls' order to up this half inning. That's Mazingo, Hamful, and Villastrigo. Quick 0-2 count onto Mazingo, who is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. She also has a sacrifice fly and an RBI earlier in the game, but finds herself deep in a count against Annie Campos. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Looked at for a ball, missed high. 1-2. Both pitchers for the respective teams locking things down in the 5th. Both teams going down in order. 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. Campos steps off, takes a bit of time getting back in the circle. But now looks ready to deliver the 2-2 pitch. Here it comes on its way. Swung on and missed. And down goes Mazingo. I'll bring up Danner Hamfill. Hamfill 3 for 3 today, 2 singles and a double in 3 at-bats so far this afternoon. First pitch to Hamfill, the off-speed pitch had Hamfill reaching for it in the dirt, but she swung and missed, 0-1. Here's the delivery from Campos. That one's going to miss, 1-1. Looks like we've avoided the rain that was in the forecast today. Was supposed to start right around 5:30 now local time, and not a cloud hanging above us here at Henley High School. Looking like sunshine the rest of the afternoon. The 1-1-2 they count to Hamfill. And weather has been an interesting constant this season, not only for the Hornets, but the Cowgirls too. Early in the season, I think it was the third game of the season when these two teams played. And it was a game where neither team really got to practice at all outdoors because of the snow here in the basin and up north in Crook County. So it's weather impacting the teams at the beginning of the season. Here's the 1-2 on its way. Swung on and missed. And Hamfill goes down on strikes, back-to-back Ks to start this inning for Campos. But even at the end of the season, for Henley with rain delays, and same for Crook County as well. These two teams in one heck of a contest here in the quarterfinal. First pitch to Villastrigo misses, 1-0. A trip to the semifinal on the line. The winner here today. Pitch is fouled off. 1-1 to Villastrigo. Campos delivers. Called strike 2. 1-2 now, they count to Villastrigo. Singled in a run her last time up. Campos gathers the sign from Fitzpatrick, now is ready to pitch. Misses. 2-2. Two punch outs already this inning for Campos. Searching for a third. Annie selects the pitch, steps, kicks, twists, fires. It's in the dirt. Count runs full. On deck is Tylee Cossett, hoping for an opportunity this inning. In stance already is Villastrigo. Here's the pitch. It's lined back up towards the middle. Charging is the second baseman. The throw is not in time. Infield single for Villastrigo, and that will bring up Tylee Cossett. Cossett batting now with 1 out and a runner aboard at first. She is the go-ahead run. 0 for 2. Takes a first pitch strike. So far today, Cossett has been thrown out in a fielder's choice. She has walked and flown out in her 3 plate appearances thus far. Here's Campos with the 0-1. It's a curveball in the dirt. Advancing to second is Villastrigo, even though Fitzpatrick kept it in front of her. Nice job, but Villastrigo trying to get into scoring position, and she does. So tying run in scoring position for Crook County. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Pitch from Campos is taken high. 2-1. Pitch is hit foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on second. Crook County trailing by 1. On deck is Chloe McKenzie. Pitch misses, and the count will run full. 3-2 to Tylee Cossett. Two walks to 4 strikeouts today for Campos. Here's a full count pitch with 2 outs. That is fouled back, and we'll do it again. Cossett steps back in, eyeing down Campos, awaiting the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball toward short, diving by Hudson, the throw to third, the tag applied, Hudson again, flashing the leather, my goodness. That will end the inning with an exclamation point, tying run left out there as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Henley leads 9-8 on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
We need each other because every someone needs someone else.
We need each other because when we work together, we can do so much more.
We connect more children with what they need to grow up healthy, educated, and safe. And that's what Child Fund is all about.
Because when you make someone's world better, you make everyone's world better.
Child Fund, because we need each other.
Learn more at childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Getting ready to go at the bottom of the 6th inning at the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 4A softball quarterfinal. 104.3 and 960 Sports. So glad you could join us this afternoon. My name is Josh Eldridge, and of course, winner here headed to the semifinal. It's been a great game so far. Henley leads 9-8. And an opportunity to add some insurance here in the 6th. It'll be 9, 1, and 2 in the Hornets order. That's Alana Benson, Anna Harper, and Annie Campos due up in the 6th. Henley held scoreless in the 5th inning. We're set down in order. And now a lot rides on the girl in the circle for Crook County. J.C. Villastrigo has to keep things where they are. You don't want to have to really try and score too much against Annie Campos, although Crook County has proven that they can score multiple runs in innings today. 2 runs in the 2nd, 4 in the 3rd. Scored once in each the 1st and the 4th innings. All right, stepping in now is Benson. Here's the first pitch. Misses down 1-0. Here's the pitch. Pitch misses wide, 2-0. The count now to Alana Benson. Benson today is 0 for 1, grounded out in the 3rd, walked in the 2nd. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one will find the zone on the outer 3rd. Benson taking that one, creating a 2-1 count now. Benson pops the 2-1 up in the infield. caught by Martinez for the first out. Now it's Anna Harper to bat now. She is 1 for 3. Her lone hit of the day was a solo home run in the first. Hoping to get on base here. Hornets, even with a lead, no lead has been safe in this game so far. Traded leads 3 times. Here's the pitch to Harper. That one will miss inside to Anna, 1-0. Harper ahead in the count, 1-0, awaiting the pitch. Hard ground ball, fair down the third base line. Anna is taking a big turnaround first, but she'll stay there. That'll be a 1-out single for Anna Harper. And that will also bring up Annie Campos. 0 for 2 today. She has grounded out and flown out and walked. Came around to score once she did get on base today. But what a time to come up with the first base hit here. It's the corners for Crook County protecting the bunt, but the outfield shaded back. Here's the pitch. Campos takes one in the dirt, but Harper stays put at first. A lot of real estate here on the left side of the field. You can see, if you're watching the video on mybasin.com, third baseman playing in. The left fielder quite a ways out here. Here's the pitch to Campos. It's going to be fouled back. It's a 1-1 count to the Henley pitcher. Skyline pitcher of the year, Annie Campos. Here's the pitch. That one misses down. 2-1 now to Annie. On deck is Lily Fitzpatrick. Campos in the right-handed batter's box awaiting the 2-1. Campos sends one into the air behind first base. Playable, but will drop foul. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner on first in the bottom of the 6th inning. Henley leads 9-8 over Crook County in this state quarterfinal matchup. And the pitch is on its way. Misses high, and the count will run full to Campos. 3-2. Again, Annie did walk once and came around to score earlier in the day. Ilistrigo digging for this one. Here it is, the full count pitch. It misses. Anna Harper digging for second after the pass ball, but she'll stay there. 2 runners on now for Lily Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick is 2 for 2 today with 2 home runs and 4 RBI. It's Jewel Northcutt running for Campos at first. It was a walk as well for Fitzpatrick, so reaching base 3 times today, 9 total bases for her. And we've got a meeting in the circle. With a brief pause in the action, we'll remind you that today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Refuel after the game at Mountain Mike's. You've earned a pizza made with 100% whole milk mozzarella and toppings piled so high that you'll need a mountain guide to reach the top. Mountain Mike's Pizza on Washburn near Walmart Shopping Center. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be. Also, today's broadcast brought to you by Klamath Falls Subaru. Through the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share the Love events, Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities. Comfortable and not corporate at Klamath Falls Subaru. Stop by and say hi. All right, Fitzpatrick getting ready to step in after the conference out there in the infield. Here's the first pitch to Fitzpatrick. Weekly hit, foul. Natalie Hudson waits on deck. Villastrigo ready to deliver the 0-1 pitch. That will miss low. Ball and a strike. Pitch on its way. Taking that one, Fitzpatrick now ahead in the count, 2-1. Runner in scoring position at second is Harper. Northcutt aboard at first. And a 2-1 count at the plate to Fitzpatrick. Here's the pitch. Takes that one wide, 3-1. Got a pitch to Fitzpatrick here if you're Villastrigo. Don't want to load the bases for Natalie Hudson, who's 3 for 3 today with a home run. The 3-1 pitch. Misses, and they do. They walk Fitzpatrick to load him up for Natalie Hudson. Hudson 2 singles and a 2-run homer in the fourth. Gets her 2 RBIs for the day and 3 runs scored. Whitaker running at first for Fitzpatrick as the Crook County infield playing in to cut down the lead runner and stop him from scoring, or stop her from scoring, pardon me. It'll be Anna Harper. As Hudson settles into the right-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch. Takes the first pitch, called a strike. Still only 1 out in the inning and the base is loaded. Villastrigo. The 0-1 pitch delivered to Hudson. Swings and misses at the inside heater. 0-2 the count to Hudson. On deck is Lily Segura. Swung on and missed, and Hudson goes down on strikes. A massive strikeout for Villastrigo, trying to keep this deficit where it is. That brings up Segura with 2 outs. So far, Segura has walked in the first, doubled in a run in the second, and struck out in the fourth. Trying to find some green, maybe knock in 1 or 2 runs. The first pitch is fouled back. Segura got a piece of that one. That Natalie Hudson at bat, a strikeout with the bases loaded. It's tough to overstate how big of an out that was for Villastrigo. Here's the pitch. That swung on and missed. 0-2 to Segura. Segura stepped out of the box, but re-enters. Is ready for the 0-2 pitch. Here it is from Villastrigo. That is called a ball, just missed outside. Villastrigo kicks and delivers the 1-2. It is a ball outside, 2-2. Segura extending this at bat, heightening the drama here in this quarterfinal matchup. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch. That's a line drive. It's going to be caught by the shortstop. What a snag by Ware, and that will end the inning. A big punch out and a better defensive play keeps things right where they are. 9-8, heading to the top of the 7th on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Rewards checking accounts at Pacific Crest can earn a staggering 5% APY. To earn the 5%, you just have to use your debit card for purchases 15 times in a month, sign up for e-statements, stay current on any loans with us, and have a $5 savings account. There's no monthly service fee and no minimum balance requirement. It's just great checking that automatically puts dividends in your account every month you earn. You can open your account at mypcfcu.org or stop by any of our branches. No appointment is ever necessary.
The 5% annual percentage yield applies to the first $10,000 of the balance and 5.00 to 1.68% APY for balances greater than $10,000. Restrictions may apply. Membership is required and subject to approval. Federally insured by NCUA.
To reach the radio station, call 541-882-8833.
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
We're back with you in the top of the 7th inning of the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union for a softball quarterfinal. Henley leads 9-8 and are 3 outs away from punching their ticket to the semifinal. It's a 1-0 count to Chloe McKenzie. Here's the pitch. Ground ball into left field. That's a leadoff single and the tying run on base for Crook County. That brings up Kaylin Fildes, 1 for 3 today with an RBI in the 3rd. See if there's anything going on the base paths for Crook County. Tying run on first, the pitch. It's taken for a ball high, 1-0. This game has gone back and forth all day long. Not surprising that in the 7th, there's still drama in this one. 1-0 the count to Fildes. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground, foul. Campos looking for yet another complete game. It's a ball and a strike to Fildes. Campos composes herself. Deep breath, twists, kicks, fires. That pitch misses in, 2-1. The 2-1 is taken high, 3-1. On deck is Raylan Weaver. Campos ready to deliver the 3-1 pitch. Here it is. Ground ball towards first. It's going to get into right field. Up to second. In scoring position is McKenzie. And now the go-ahead run on base for Crook County as Raylan Weaver steps in. Back-to-back singles in the 7th, just what the doctor ordered for Crook County. And it looks like we are going to have a meeting in the infield as Coach Stock emerges from the dugout. In this break in the action, we'll remind you that today's broadcast is brought to you by Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. They've got the most understanding personal trainers that you could ask for. They help you get motivated, and their workouts will make you feel accomplished all day long. Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness wants you to lose those reins and get your gains. Also, Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty knows that little things can add up to big bills when you're buying, selling, or owning a home. That's why their exclusive Beyond the Sale guarantees protect buyers, sellers, and homeowners from unexpected repair bills. To learn more, call Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty today. All right, the team disperses from the circle as we get you back into it. Top of the 7th inning in a 1-run ball game. It's 9-8, Henley leads, but Crook County has the tying run in scoring position, the winning run on first. or the go-ahead run on first, I should say, and Raylan Weaver is at the plate. Campos with the first pitch, showing bunt. It's laid down, and it's foul. Henley infield, got to be prepared for the bunt. Crook County has done a fairly consistent job of moving runners over today. It's been a big reason why they've been able to stay in the ball game. Whereas Henley has relied on the long ball, Crook County has relied on small ball this game. Here's the 0-1 home. Showing bunt again, pulled back in time. And that one was a ball, 1-1. Only 2 extra base hits all day from Crook County. Showing bunt again. That one gets to the backstop. Fitzpatrick, the throw down to third is late. And now, tying run at third with nobody out. Go ahead run at second. And Weaver ahead in the count, 2-1. Henley infield looks... They are going to play in. That's what we were waiting for, to see if they're going to play for the out or if they're going to try to cut down the lead runner. It looks like they're trying to gun down McKenzie. Here's the pitch, showing bunt again. This one's laid down foul. Count moves now to 2-2. After Weaver, it's Pennington. Then Martinez to bat this half inning for Crook County. Trip to the semifinals on the line in this one. It's a 2-2 count. The pitch. A bouncing ball that Campos snags. The throw home, and they get the lead runner. What a play by Campos to cut down the tying run. Advancing to third was Filed. Filed stayed put at second, actually. And aboard at first is Weaver. 1 away for Esmita Pennington. Bunt laid down. It's foul. And my apologies. Actually, Fileds did move to third. Weaver to second. So the Hornets still have work to do this inning. Same situation just now with 1 out. This time, though, the infield content to potentially allow that run to score. They're not playing in, just the corners are in here. Campos back on the mound. Here's the pitch from Annie. Laid down a bunt. That one's right in front again. The throw home, and they got her again. Lead run cut down. 2 outs in the 7th. Weaver to third. Pennington aboard at first. And the Hornets 1 out away from a semifinal appearance. It's going to be Kendall Martinez, 0 for 3 today, but the tying run is still on base, third base, that is, and it's Raylan Weaver. Campos trying to dig deep. What a jam this would be to dance out of. First pitch is popped up to first. It is caught, and the Henley Hornets are headed to the semifinal. What a fantastic softball game played here this afternoon, and we'll recap it for you when we come back as we continue your coverage of the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 4A softball quarterfinal. The Henley Hornets grabbing a win here by the score of 9-8. We're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we'll tell you what's next for the Lady Hornets. And that's all on the way on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Red Zone Sports Bar is the official sponsor of the Oregon Tech Ladies Softball World Series. Everyone at Red Zone Sports Bar wants to congratulate them and encourage anyone to come in and listen to the games. Red Zone Sports Bar is the home of Cornhole League and amateur play. You can win amazing prizes all summer long at their cornhole tournaments. Plus, they have 27 televisions, even one in the bathroom, so you don't miss a game. And if there is a game, they'll get it. Red Zone Sports Bar is home to Making Mondays and All Week Great Again. Follow them on Facebook for all of their amazing parties this summer.
OSU's Klamath County Extension congratulates Oregon Tech on their outstanding softball and baseball seasons. Way to go, Owls! Klamath County Extension is a trusted resource for research and education in our community, with programs in livestock and irrigation, nutrition education, forestry and natural resources, master food preservers, 4-H, farm to school, and horticulture. They share non-formal, community-based education and information services. Find out more at oregonstate.edu/Klamath.
Rachel Spoon and State Farm congratulate the Oregon Tech softball team on a great season. A trip to the national tournament is something to be proud of. Good job, Oregon Tech.
Red Zone Sports Bar representing the gold and blue during this year's NAIA National Championship as the official sponsors. Go Lady Owls! Red Zone Sports Bar, making Mondays great again.
Sherm's Thunderbird wants to remind you that while you're watching the Hustlin' Owls compete in this year's NAIA National Championship here in the Basin, you can get all the snacks you need. Go Lady Owls!
My mechanic is rooting the Lady Owls on this year at the NAIA National Championship. Congratulations to Coach Stewart and all the softball players. Make my mechanic your mechanic.
10 out of the last 12 years, the Oregon Tech Lady Owl softball team has made it to the NAIA Softball World Series. Basin Media Active joins these businesses in congratulating the Lady Owls for the hard work and dedication required to achieve this level of success. Way to go, Owls!
You are listening to the Henley Hornets on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Pleasure to be back with you on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD Video on MyBasin.com. Our coverage of the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 4A softball quarterfinal coming to a close in just a few minutes as the Henley Hornets grabbed a quarterfinal win by the tune of 9-8. 4 home runs for the Hornets spearheaded them to victory, but nothing like some good defense down the stretch to help the Hornets claim this one. Some great play from Natalie Hudson at shortstop, some diving plays, some jumping catches, diving backwards. It was a great game, mixing a home run for her as well. And also, Annie Campos had a great game in the circle, but it was actually some defense for her as well that allowed the Hornets to hold on in the top of the 7th with a couple of assists at the plate to cut down the tying run twice in the 7th inning. Henley battling in this game. 9 runs for Henley on 9 hits, 1 error, 5 runners left on base for Crook County. 8 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. They left 6 runners on base this afternoon. With this win for Henley, they are headed to the state semifinal. Unsure if we've got any scores from around the state, and it looks like we do. The Henley Hornets will be hosting Pendleton on Tuesday next week as Pendleton dispatched LeGrand 14-0. Still waiting on final scores from the other side of the bracket, but it's Staten playing Scappoose and the Dalles matching up with Astoria. Keep your eyes and ears on OSAA.org, but we will follow the Hornets on Tuesday. They've made it to the semifinals where they will be playing Pendleton, the number 4 ranked team in the state. We'll see you then. Just a final recap of this one. Hornets on top of Crook County 9-8. This is Josh Eldridge saying so long from Henley High School.
Today's coverage of Henley Hornets softball has been brought to you by Les Schwab Tires, Abby's Legendary Pizza, Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty, Harbor Isles Tennis and Golf Club, and by Klamath Falls Honda Subaru. Follow the Hornets all season long on the Basin's website, mybasin.com. Join us next time for more Henley softball on 104.3 and 960, the Basin Sports Leader.